So, you mean to tell me that I wake up this morning and Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is announced for the Nintendo Switch? And it's coming out in March 20th? Oh, the Nintendo boys are crazy. They are losing it over there. Or should I say, Monolith Soft is crazy. What up? It's your boy Geronimo, back again with another video, and I had to get this up as soon as I possibly could. Today was probably one of the best announcements a Nintendo fan could have. We see Xenoblade Chronicles X, the one many said, oh, it's not relevant to the trilogy. It's not a mainline game. Even though those of us who played Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed know what's up, know what the deal is. But today is the day. It actually got confirmed. It actually got confirmed for Nintendo Switch. It's coming out March 20th, 2025. So now we have one more game in Nintendo's fiscal year. This is an amazing announcement, y'all. I remember, I believe the series director at Monolith Soft, Takahashi-san, I think that's his name. I do remember him saying in some interviews that they'd love to get the actual, Xenoblade Chronicles X, the remaster treatment, kind of like how Xenoblade Chronicles 1 did for the Definitive Edition. But they said it just would have cost a lot to do. And, well, I mean, they've grown a lot in several years. And, they released, like, 2 full games? Or actually, technically, 3 full games. And some DLC. And since they have the main Claw saga of the trilogy done, we can finally get back to Mira. Xenoblade X. This is amazing. So we saw in the trailer today that, yeah, they just pretty much showed parts of one of the first introductions once you get to New Los Angeles, or New LA, the first hub in the game. And yeah, I really like that they kind of captured the same look and vibe of the original. And I'll just full disclosure as well, I don't think I said this before, but I have had the game on my Wii U since 2021. I bought it offhand from someone else because I was not a Xenoblade fan during the Wii U era. I got put on game with the Switch. Thank you for that. But I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I went back and I finished it all back in 2022. So for y'all that's been subscribed for longer than a year or so, you should know that I've done a few playthroughs and some random videos here and there. For Xenoblade. I'm a big fan now, and I have a full playthrough of Xenoblade X here. But yeah, I played through it and I really enjoyed it, and it was my favorite of the main games until 3 came out. But yeah, the sci-fi aesthetic, the focus on the world building, whereas the main plot and premise kind of takes a back seat in some aspects, but just exploring the world, getting really good at your classes, building up your characters, having the right party, and once you finally get that scale, which is your mech in the game, it just kind of opens up the genius of the world design even further. So the fact that more people get this and not on the friggin' Wii U anymore, fantastic. It's just a 10 out of 10 announcement. We out here. We're totally out here. So I guess as far as some things I'd like to see them add for this, I mean, one, we already have confirmed that there are going to be some new story elements, which is greatly needed for this game. If they actually want to, tidy up how the ending of the game turned out to be, and some things they kind of left teased and unanswered over a long period of time. And I mean, I've been kind of aware of some things of this game, but once I finally finished it back in 2022, I was like, my God. Now I get it. There's truly something about this planet. But yeah, I really would like to see them. Honestly, I think the one thing I'd really want them to do, since this is going from Wii U to the Nintendo Switch, I really want to see how they adapt all of the Frontier Nav capabilities and the menus that were just built into the gamepad itself. Now, I know most people are going to say, oh, that's easy peasy. You just, throw a map on the screen and you can do that. It's not so much as that. I know you can do that too, and I've definitely presented that and even talked to other friends about that online and offline. The thing is, the way the Frontier Nav and all that works it's really good to have that up on the side on the gamepad because of ease of access and being able to fast travel wherever you please without, destroying the immersion on your big screen. And it's also helpful for managing your equipment, for getting materials, and it can help for even the squad goals whenever you connect to an online session. So I really want to see how they make it really streamlined and kind of snappy, because I feel like depending on how deep you get into the min-maxing and team building, especially in post-game, you can definitely be stuck in menu simulator. And I mean, some games are like that, but it can get tiring for others, especially for the big, expansive, in-depth RPGs that are these games. So I'd really like to see them do that. I'd also like to see them kind of expand the online more. I think the benefit of releasing this on Switch is, well, there's a lot of Switches out here. I think we're gonna get some new numbers on how the Switch is done up to, I want to say, the end of September. We should get it, I think, in about a week or so of this video going up. But we should be, roughly 150 Switches worldwide? 150, 155 or so. So that's a good number. And obviously, Xenoblade is still niche at the end of the day. But there's been some growth in the Switch's life. Myself, I'm a fan now, so that's proof of it. But this will be really great because I only got a taste of it when jumping into the game back then, a couple of years ago. And I mean, there were definitely, a few dedicated folks that still had their Wii U's hooked up. I think the most I seen in one room was 14. Believe it or not, there were 14 humans in one session before, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I like to see them handle how you do the online stuff, because you can go to a hub area and you can pretty much go off with your scale and with your character and do like missions and do hunts. And I'm sorry, I got Monster on the brain. I said hunts again. I meant quests. But also, you can also when your friends list, I believe you can kind of hire on your friends' avatar characters, and make your own team that way to have their character, I believe their skill set, and I believe their scale if you haven't unlocked. Never really got to experience that, but I would love to see that. So I'll definitely be playing it next year. But yeah, I just want to make this video real quick. It's really hype, man. It's really hype. We see that they showed Elma and your avatar character, who's named Cross. They showed their faces, because that's always been, I guess, one of the weaker points of the game's presentation. The characters' face designs are all a bit off, not really that cohesive. But they showed us a few. They showed Elma. They showed the default avatar character, Cross. And they showed Lynn as well, who's your main tank, but there are other characters you can get as tanks later. And they all look really good. I really like they kind of adapted that kind of anime aesthetic that they've gone for the 1, 2, and 3 Xenoblades on the Switch so far. But the environment still retains this kind of look from the mid-2010s. The colors are just a tad more saturated, just ever so slightly. You really notice if you've played the games a ton and you've gone to the more colorful, lush areas like Noctilim or Silvalim or places like that. But you'll especially see on like the character's armor and some of the weapons. It's just a little brighter. It's pretty nice, but I do like that they've kept the environments looking just about the same, because I do appreciate this game's art style as far as the world is concerned and its architecture. And I think that, improving the character face models and everything while keeping the world intact is very important, as Mira itself is a very rich open world, and it deserves to have that full glory, and especially for new people that's going to experience it. So I'm very excited. I really thought my Switch was going to be put down for a minute starting next year, but yeah, Switch is still going. It will keep existing. So yeah, let me know what you all find exciting about this announcement. Have you played Xenoblade Chronicles X? Have you always wanted to but just did not want to go for Wii U? Obviously that's tough, they don't make them anymore. Or did you try and emulate it, because hey, if it's a dead system, that's all you can do, right? But and also let me know like what you'd be interested in seeing as well. I talk about all random things gaming here, like I focus on controllers and how you play them, and with the Steam and whatnot, like the Steam controller. If you like this video, go ahead and leave that comment, and of course subscribe, and stay tuned for more from me, and you have a good one. Peace out.